And the Indian Sports Network is on the air. Good evening, everyone. And here I am. This is Kenny Masterson, back again at Winfield High School for the first Elsberry Indians game in the Winfield tournament, the boys game. This game will be against Winfield High School, against the Winfield Warriors. This is a rematch of a game of a couple of weeks ago where Elsberry defeated Winfield in the opener for both teams. So we're kind of hoping for the same result tonight. Put Elsberry in the winner's bracket. So first of all, I'll go over the Winfield Warriors. And their roster is number 10, Bryant Reeves. He's a junior. Number 14, a senior, Colin Sutton. Number 20, a senior, Brendan Wilson. Number 22, a junior, Chase Rankin. Number 23, Robert Newman, a sophomore. Number 24, a junior, William Killingham. Number 30, Nolan Rikers, sophomore. Number 32, a senior, Ian Pruitt. Number 34, Charles Rhodes, junior. He is a junior, not a junior Charles Rhodes. Number 44, Cannon Schutte. He's a sophomore. Number 50, Cole Sams, freshman. And a sophomore, number 52, Gregory Penrod. Winfield's coached by Brian Keim. Now for your Elsberry Indians. On the roster for tonight is number 1, Cody Thornhill. He's a junior. Number 2, Nathan Reed, senior. Number 4, Stephen Bodecker, senior. Number 5, Eddie Bonstel, sophomore. Number 10, Shane Lewis, junior. Number 11, Hunter Grills. He's a senior. Number 12, Derek Taylor, senior. Number 14, Garrett Hall, senior. Number 22, Gabriel Hill, sophomore. Number 24, Jake Reimel, he's a junior. Number 44, Gary Hill, he's a senior. And number 54, Trevor Anthony is a senior. Elsberry High School is coached by Chad Twellman. So we'll take a break here. There's about a minute and a half remaining before the game starts. We'll take a break here, listen to a couple of commercials, which, by the way, I found out they were on the wrong speed before. So whenever I mentioned something about the other day about them being in molasses or something, I wasn't kidding. So I've gotten the molasses off of these pancakes, and let's get them going.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Elsberry Democrat. Log on to www.elsberrydemocrat.com today.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
And we are back, and at this time I'll give you the starting lineups. Starting for Winfield tonight is number 10, Bryant Reeves. Number 20, Brendan Wilson. Number 22, Chase Rankin. Number 32, Ian Pruitt. And number 34, Charles Rhodes. Starting tonight for Elsberry is number 4, Stephen Bodecker. Number 12, Derek Taylor. Number 24, Jake Reimel. Number 44, Garrick Hill. And number 44, Trevor Anthony. as the PA announcer is giving the starting lineups to the crowd. I'll just get one little glass commercial in here before we start.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that. But when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
And we are back for the opening tip-off of this game. Once again, please excuse my voice tonight if I cough through you. I tried to get all my coughing done before the game, but I'm not sure that all really happened. So here we go for the tip-off. Tip-off is controlled by Winfield. And the ball is stolen by Jake Reimel. He's in for a layup. Oh, the layup was no good. Rebound by Winfield. Ball stolen. Reimel in for another layup. This time it's a good one. So Elsberry draws first blood for this game. 2-0 Elsberry. Winfield has it out on the perimeter. Bryant Reeves trying to set it up. He gets it over to Ian Pruitt. Back out to Chase Rankin. Rankin at the free throw line. Keeping it out at the perimeter. There he draws it in, and no good. And Garrick Hill brings it up the court. Garrick Hill out on the perimeter. He drives in, takes a little shot, and it is no good. But he gets his own rebound, puts it up, and it's no good. But in the fight for the rebound, it goes off of Winfield. And that ball was thrown into Trevor Anthony, and he put it up easy 2 points. So Winfield has it backed out on the perimeter for them. Tries to drive in, and a three-point attempt is no good. Recovered by Winfield. And that was a bad pass. Ball goes over to Elsberry. Hopefully I'll learn these Winfield names and numbers here before too long. Jake Reimel drives up the baseline and hits the back of the backboard. Ball rebounded by Winfield. And that pass was thrown away. A little bit of sloppy playing on Winfield's part. Stephen Bodecker has it out of bounds, gets it thrown into Derek Taylor. He brings it in, up. Jake Reimel he was driving in, and he tried passing off to Trevor Anthony. And that ball went out of bounds. So Winfield takes over. Bryant Reeves has it out the point to set it up. Looked at a three-pointer, but he drives in, gets it out on the three-point line. Up. Ball fumbled around quite a bit, and that ball is put up by Bryant Reeves, and 2 points for Winfield. Oh, Bryant Reeves steals. Oh, jeez. There was a block and a foul, and That was a David versus Goliath right there. Bryant Reeves is about half the size of Derek Taylor, and he was taken down. And Jake Reimel goes in for the layup and misses. So Bryant Reeves brings it up again. Ball almost stolen by Reimel. Gets it back out to Reeves on the point. Over to Brennan Wilson. It's been Chase Rankin, back out to Reeves. Reeves tries a three-pointer, and it's no good. And there was a slick little play by Winfield's Bryant Reeves. He caught the ball just out of bounds and bounced it off the Elsberry player. So Winfield brings it back up the court. And here we go with the traveling. First couple of games that I watched tonight, there wasn't near as much traveling call as what I've seen in the first few games for Elsberry. Winfield's putting a press on. Jake Reimel hesitates at the line. Stephen Bodecker goes up for three, and it's no good. Reimel got the rebound, put it up, but it was no good. Once again, the free throw percentage is not very good tonight. But Reimel was fouled, and he's going up for 2 shots. That foul was on Bryant Reeves, his first. And the first shot is good. As Jake Reimel prepares for his second shot. And it's up, and it's good. I like to see those free throws going in. That was one of the big complaints I've had about them earlier in this season, is their free throw percentage was way down. Meanwhile, Trevor Anthony steals the ball. And it's being brought up by Derek Taylor. Gets it over to Stephen Bodecker. He's dribbling through a couple of players, takes a shot. And it's no good. Winfield gets the rebound, brings it back up the court. Shot put up by Winfield, and it's no good. Brought in by Derek Taylor. And they get the ball up the court, and Stephen Bodecker has it out on the three-point line. Oh, an alley-oop attempt. And the ball put up by Garrick Hill, and it's in. Makes it an 8-2 lead for Elsberry versus Winfield. Three-point put up, in and out. That was Brennan Wilson to put that up, and the rebound is by Derek Taylor. He slows it down, brings it up the court. Gets it over to Jake Reimel. He drives in, and he was blocked. Garrick Hill has the ball, and he's driving in, and he puts it up, and it's in and out. So Bryant Reeves brings it up for Winfield. Cross-court pass. Drives the lane. He looked at a three-pointer. Reeves has a three-point shot, and it's good. Timeout called by Elsberry. Take a break.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports.
And we are back. Had to cut that one a little bit short. Reimel has the ball outside, and he's going to drive in. And the ball somehow ended up in Garrick Hill's hand, and he puts it up for 2 points. Winfield brings it back up the court. Ian Pruitt now out on the point for Winfield. They pass it around, get it into the middle. Now for a three-point shot for Winfield. And that missed everything. And now here's Jake Reimel coming up, and he's over. And the shot was good. But Derek Taylor missed on his layup attempt. Sorry about not getting the camera back over there. Reimel was fouled on his way up with a good shot, and his free throw is good. So Elsberry converted 3 points on that trip down the field. Winfield is bringing it up the court now. And that was 34. That was Charlie Rhodes. He went up for an easy 2 points. Elsberry gets it back up the court now. Garrick Hill has it out, gets it over to Derek Taylor. Stephen Bodecker dribbling on the outside. Winfield's defense has really picked it up. And there's a jump ball called. That, I believe, is going to stay with Elsberry. On the alternating possessions, that'll switch over to Winfield after this. Get the ball in, and Derek Taylor brings it out to the perimeter, where he's going to try to set it up, gets it into Garrick Hill, and he's going to drive in. And it missed. Ball went out of bounds off of Garrick Hill. Winfield's ball. And this is my non-basketball sense opinion, but they need to work on those inside shots. Those points in the paint mean a lot. There's a three-pointer up for Winfield, and it bounces out. So the end of the first quarter, the score is Elsberry 13, Winfield 7. Let's take a break.
A winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around.
And here we are back for the start of the second quarter. Your Elsberry Indians leading the Winfield Warriors 13-7 in the Winfield tournament. Winfield has it out on the perimeter now. Bryant Reeves is back in the game, and he passed right to Garrick Hill. And he was fouled going up the court. So with that only being the third foul on Winfield, the ball will go out of bounds. Gets the ball into Derek Taylor. Stephen Bodecker dribbling around the perimeter. Out to Garrick Hill. He better get rid of it. There you go. It's over to Trevor Anthony. There's Jake Reimel from the paint, and the ball is up, and it's no good, but Trevor Anthony comes up with it. Brings it back out to start over. And Winfield's defense is just all over Elsberry. They're not giving them a chance to even breathe. Trevor Anthony from the free throw line, and it rims out. And there was a foul called. I believe it was on Garrick Hill. We'll see here when they put it up on the board. Yep, it was on Garrick Hill. That's his first. Actually, that's the first foul for Elsberry in the game. So Winfield has it out on the perimeter. There's a three-pointer. And it was no good. Huge rebound for Winfield, and Trevor Anthony fought for that ball back and was fouled in the process. That foul is on Charles Rhodes. That's his second. Fourth team foul for Winfield. Okay, here's Derek Taylor bringing it up the court. Jake Reimel back out to Trevor Anthony. Stephen Bodecker now has it. Jake Reimel for three, and it bounced out. Winfield pressing it up. And their shot was no good. Let's see what it, yep. The full length court pass. Wow. A little out of control basketball here on both sides. After a lot of sloppy play going back and forth, the ball ends up to Winfield underneath their own basket. And the ball is out on the perimeter for Winfield. Here's a three-point attempt, and it rims in and out. That was Nolan Rikers. And that foul was on Ian Pruitt. And Winfield decides to put a press on. And the ball passed in, fumbled around under the basket. Finally get it to Trevor Anthony, and he goes up. And the shot is no good, and here it's stolen by Winfield. And he is run over by Derek Taylor. That was Nolan Rikers. Now, Winfield exchanges 2 or 3 players. They get the ball under the basket. And that play was broken up by Derek Taylor. He wanted a 3-pointer. Gets it out to Reeves, and he sinks a 3-pointer. So now Elsberry has it. They rush it up and then settle it down. Keeping the ball out of the perimeter. Number 20 out on the court for Elsberry. I don't have a number 20 on my roster. Once again, right underneath, and the shot was no good. And there was some bad passing on the part of Winfield, and the ball's out of bounds to Elsberry. Elsberry gets it in. Here's Derek Taylor out at the point. Gets it into Garrick just inside the paint. Stephen Bodecker for 3. No good. And there was a foul away from the ball on Stephen Bodecker. Not really sure what that one was all about. Okay, they called a foul on both players. They must have gotten into it a little bit. I totally missed it. I was watching the ball. So Winfield gets it out of bounds. Here's Bryant Reeves bringing it up. He looked at a 3-pointer, wasn't there. Now, and rebound is to Derek Taylor, and he's up for 2 points. Glad to see the points in the paint finally falling in. Here's a 3-point attempt by Winfield, and it rims in and out, and Gary Hill has the rebound. He gets a pass up to Jake Reimel, who gives it to Trevor Anthony, and in for 2 points. Elsberry starting to look like they know what they're doing again. Winfield has it out on the perimeter. And there's a 3-point attempt. No good. And there was a full court pass to Trevor Anthony, but it went out of bounds. And a foul was called on Winfield. The foul was on number 34, Charlie Rhodes. That is his 3rd foul. Once again, I'll say it's awful early in the game for 3 fouls. There's Trevor Anthony for his first free throw is good. Second shot is up, and it's not good, and Winfield gets the rebound. They're running it up the court fast. They get it out for a 3-point shot, and it's no good. Garrick Hill gets the rebound. Once again, gets the long pass up the court, but that was pretty ill-advised. Winfield bringing it down fast. Starting to see a whole lot of out-of-control playing here. Here's Jake Reimel taking it up for a free throw, and he's fouled, and the shot is good. So he's going to get 2 plus 1. That takes the score to 20-10, Elsberry over Winfield. Jake Reimel with the chance to make it 21-10. And no. Well, they called a foul on Gary Kill. Under the basket, that was his second foul. So he didn't need to be getting any more fouls. Not this early in the game. Long three-pointer, and it's good. That was Bryant Reeves with a long 3 points. That could have been worth 3.5 points. There was an easy 2 points by number 50. I wish I had the entire roster here. I don't know who number 50 is for Elsberry. There's number 20 for Winfield with a 3-point attempt. No good. And we have a foul called on Winfield. Trevor Anthony will go to the line for a 1-and-1. Get these free throws in. They are very valuable. They're only worth 1 point each, but they are some of those valuable points on the court. And the first one is good. Excuse my coughing there. Once again tonight, I'll say the same thing. Don't get near the speakers. These germs might be coming through. Second shot is up. And it rolls in. 22-13, 9-point lead by Elsberry over Winfield. Winfield had it into the free throw line, and now another 3-point attempt. And Bryant Reeves jumps about 30 feet in the air and gets that rebound. And he's up for a 3-pointer. It is no good, and Winfield gets a rebound on that, puts up 2. And Elsberry comes up with it. Stephen Bodecker for 2 points. Little fast break there. Winfield out on the perimeter. Seems to be where they're having to keep it. From the free throw line, no good, but Winfield comes up. Oh, what do we got here? I believe they called a foul there. They called a something there. Minute and 4 seconds remaining in the first half. During halftime, I'm going to try to finish out the roster here and find out who number 20 and number 50 are. Meanwhile, ball comes in to Jake Reimel. And he brings it up the court fast. Looks like he's going to go right on in. They tried an alley-oop, but it just wasn't there. And in the meantime, there's a foul called on Trevor Anthony. And why did my camera freeze up? About that, folks, my camera froze up on me. Okay, in the meantime, we have Derek Taylor. And he threw the ball to no one. 27 seconds remaining in the first half. 24-13, Elsberry over Winfield. Looks like Winfield's going to play for the last shot. They get it out. Three-point attempt by Bryant Reeves, and it's good. Three seconds remaining. Jake Reimel was going up, and there's a foul away from the ball. That was Derek Taylor's second foul of the game. With 1.7 seconds remaining in the first half, the score is Elsberry 24, Winfield 16. And that is the end of the first half. A lot of sloppiness in that first half, but still Elsberry comes out on the high side of the first half, 24-16 over Winfield. And I'm going to take a break here for a little bit, see if I can find out the rest of the roster. Then I'll be back.
The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay, Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Missouri's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker at our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about. We all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
And we are back here to start the second half of this ball game. Elsberry holding on to a pretty fragile 24-16 lead at this point. I say fragile just because they don't seem to be dominating the game. They just have more points. So, I'm not really sure who gets the ball. I think Winfield gets the ball to start this second half. And I apologize for this. This camera keeps freezing up, or the computer or something is freezing up on me every once in a while. And I think what that's doing, I'm having to shut the stream off and turn it back on. And I think what that's doing is starting a whole brand new broadcast, which is not what I really want to do. So, second half started. Winfield once again keeping it out on the perimeter. Bryant Reeves has it for him. He was out on the perimeter. I think he would like to continue to shoot some 3 points. I don't know why I keep calling them free throws. And the ball is stolen by Stephen Bodecker, and he's run over. That foul is going to be on number 23 for Winfield. That's Robert Newman, his first. And during halftime, I came up with some other players for Elsberry that I didn't have. Number 20 is Joel Mound, 50 is Bo Henry, and 3 is Jack St. Pierre. I don't believe we've seen him out there yet tonight. Meanwhile, Elsberry gets the ball out on the perimeter. Stephen Bodecker has it now. There's Jake Reimel out there That was a very dangerous pass. And a very dangerous steal attempt on Bryant Reeves. His second foul of the night. They get the ball inside to Garrick Hill and take it back out of the perimeter. Stephen Bodecker and Jake Reimel. Hill takes a three-pointer, and it's no good. And that rebound is Winfield's. They bring it up the court quick, and they go for 3 points, and it's good. Winfield's hitting their three-pointers tonight. 5-point lead for Elsberry. Winfield's getting their three-pointers, and Elsberry can't seem to get them in the paint. I'm hoping that doesn't come back and haunt them. Meanwhile, Stephen Bodecker has it out on the court after passing it around a couple times. Jake Reimel. There's Derek Taylor into Garrick Hill, and he takes it right up. And the ball absolutely rolled in. Unbelievable tonight that ball rolled in. Winfield once again out of the perimeter, but they don't mind because they're hitting their three-pointers. Another three-point attempt, and it rims out. There's 2 points, and that's Trevor Anthony with the rebound. Derek Taylor bringing it up. Gets it out to the point to Bodecker, and he's over to Reimel. Get the ball inside to Trevor Anthony, but he wasn't prepared to shoot. So they're back out of the perimeter. Garrick Hill has it. Oh, there was a nifty little play. Oh. Nifty little play there, but it didn't work. And now Garrick Hill finally on his third attempt gets the ball in. Takes Elsberry back to a 9-point lead. Three-pointer by Winfield, and it's no good. Rebound to Elsberry, but they get it down the court and mess it up. There's a long three-pointer by Bryant Reeves. And it was no good. Meanwhile, Derek Taylor brings it up. So Elsberry slows it down, sets it up. Cross-court pass to Stephen Bodecker. Now they get the ball in the paint to Derek Taylor, and he's up, and it's good. 2 more points. Now Elsberry's once again keeping it out on the perimeter. They just can't easily penetrate this zone defense. Oh, they did that time. Boy, I talked way too soon. There was an easy 2 points for Winfield. And they start to put a press on. Garrick Hill thought about taking it in. Now Trevor Anthony does. And he's fouled on his way up. And that foul is on Charles Rhodes, and that's his 4th foul of the game. 3:39 remaining in the third quarter, and he's already got 4 fouls on him. Meanwhile, there's a timeout on the court. Let's take a break.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri. And
we are back again. 3:39 remaining in the third quarter. Score is Elsberry 30, Winfield 21. Elsberry has the ball out of bounds under their basket. This half, there's been 3 team fouls for Winfield and none for Elsberry. They get the ball in to Garrick Hill. And he tried passing back to Jake Reimel under the basket, and it went off of his hands and out of bounds. Ball goes over to Winfield. Winfield tries driving in, and was there a foul? I believe so. That foul was on number 24. That is Jake Reimel. Is this his first? Free for all for the ball. Winfield comes up with it. And there's Jake Reimel with the steal, and he takes it right in. 2 points. 11-point lead for Elsberry now. That play was broken up by Stephen Bodecker, but he couldn't catch up to it. Winfield recovered it. Ooh, there was a hack. That foul was on Derek Taylor. I'm glad I wasn't underneath that arm coming down. Shooting foul, and that takes Robert Newman to the line. That's 3 fouls on Derek Taylor. So a little bit of foul trouble for Elsberry here. First free throw is up and good. Bo Henry coming in the game. Glad I got a name for him now. Second free throw is good. Also coming in the game is Cody Thornhill. Jake Reimel brings it up the court, and he looks like he's taking it all the way, except that he passed off to Bo Henry, who was standing right there. And he gets the 2 points. And I'm really not sure what happened there, that they get it out of bounds. That looked like a foul while he was shooting. Maybe it wasn't against the shooter. They don't always explain everything to me, and that pass was broken up by Winfield. But I believe they called a foul. Yes, it was 32 on Winfield as Ian Pruitt, his second. Ball's in to Trevor Anthony, and he could not get it to drop. Excuse my coughing here. I just explained to a couple of young ladies sitting next to me doing some filming that if you hear dead air here for a while, call 911. Oh, and there was a foul on Jake Reimel. I believe that's going to be his 4th. No, I'm wrong. That's his 3rd. Still too many, but it's only 3. So Winfield gets it back in. And they go deep, and they get their 2 points. Now Winfield employing a full court press. Looks like it's working. And timeout called by Elsberry. They could not get it up the court. Take a break.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And we're back with 1 minute and 51 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Elsberry still holding on to a fragile 7-point lead, 32-25. Elsberry's going to be getting the ball out of bounds here. And they get the ball in easy that time. Garrick Hill's going up to Bo Henry, passes it back to Hill, and they fumble the ball. And it goes out of bounds to Winfield. More sloppy play. Winfield drives it in, but they set it up for three-pointer, and it's good. Once again, Winfield with their three-point shooting. I hope that doesn't come back to haunt Elsberry. Trevor Anthony takes it in and gets the 2 points and a foul. So here's a chance for Elsberry's three-point play. 2 of them are guaranteed. Trevor Anthony up for his only free throw. And it's good. That takes the score 35-28. Elsberry back with a 7-point lead, a fragile 7-point lead. 3-point shot by Winfield. Not good at all, but Trevor Anthony got the rebound, got it into Garrick Hill, and he's just dribbling through everybody. Tried to dish the ball off to Bo Henry, and he wasn't ready for it. So once again, they throw it away at their end of the court. Here's Winfield bringing it up. Got a feeling they'll be keeping it at the perimeter and shooting three-pointers. There was a foul called on Bo Henry. That's 5 team fouls for Elsberry. And we have a timeout call. Let's take another break.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
And here we are back. 49.0 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Let me get the camera moved down here where the action's going to be. Winfield has the ball out of bounds underneath their own basket. Ball tipped out of bounds on the throw-in by Trevor Anthony. That took 0.6 seconds off the clock. More than anything, Winfield has the ball out of the perimeter. They try running it in. And that ball went off of Winfield's player. That was William Killingham. Went off of him and out of bounds. Elsberry gets the ball with 37.9 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 35-28 is the score. And that was a very ill-advised pass. Get the ball out on the perimeter. 32 drives it in, takes it up, and it's good. 2 more points for Winfield. And there's a foul called on, what was it, number 22, Chase Rankin. That's going to send Joel Mound to the free throw line. He gets a 1-and-1 because of the 7 fouls, team fouls on Winfield. First one is up and it's good. Second one's up, and it's also good. Once again, Elsberry has a 7-point lead over Winfield. Winfield puts Charlie Rhodes back in the game. He's going to be playing with 4 fouls. Okay, Elsberry has their own press on now. There was a 3-point, and here we go with Joel Mound going up, and it is no good. They just can't. Elsberry just can't seem to buy the points in the paint. But that buzzer says it's the end of the 3rd quarter. So we are starting the 4th quarter now. 8 minutes remaining in this game. 37-30, Elsberry over Winfield. Take a break.
Hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird luck showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home, using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I can check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Banking in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
And we are back to begin this 4th quarter here at beautiful gymnasium at Winfield High School in Winfield, Missouri. Referee's over to tell the teams, get out here. This is the last game of the night, and we want to go home. Elsberry holding on right now to a very fragile 7-point lead. They've maintained the lead throughout this game. He better be getting it in. Yeah, it's about time. You only got 5 seconds to get the ball in. Garrick Hill taking it up to the paint, and it's in. Winfield brings it down the court. They get the ball into the paint from the free throw line. Another full court pass here to Jake Reimel. He's up, the shot is no good, but he is fouled. Elsberry's choosing to play a faster paced game. Reimel's up with his first free throw, and it bounces around and falls in. Yeah, Winfield got by with a violation on that. Okay, after all of that, Winfield gets the ball. That went off about everybody on the court. Ten-point lead by Elsberry. Winfield's trying to get it down low, and that ball is stolen. That's Derek Taylor stole that pass. He brings it up the court, gets it into Garrick. Now there's Garrick Hill with it now. That was Trevor Anthony that had it. Bodecker over to Reimel, and he throws it up. The ball doesn't come in, but he is fouled. Sends Reimel back to the line, where he'll be shooting 2. That foul was on Chase Rankin. Well, it says up here it's his 8th foul. I really seriously doubt that he has 8 fouls. Okay, now they're saying 5. That's a whole new set of rules that you get 8 fouls. Who are they bringing in? They're taking in number 24. William Killingham will be taking his place. Meanwhile, Jake Reimel is at the line for Elsberry. First one's up and rims off the front of the rim. Second one is up. And it's good. 11-point lead for Elsberry. 6:47 remaining. Elsberry has it out on the perimeter. I'm sorry, Winfield. Cross-court pass, and he's taking it in, and it falls in for him. Meanwhile, Derek Taylor is trapped. And there's Bodecker and Anthony in for the layup and 2 more points. Back to an 11-point lead for Elsberry. And there's a ball stolen by Trevor Anthony, and he's going up, and oh, it did not fall in, but he is fouled. So he'll be going to the line with 2 shots. That would have been nice if that would have gone in. That foul was on Brendan Wilson. That's his first foul. He's been playing a clean game up to this point. Anthony up for his first shot. And it's no good. Free throws are so important in this game. Even with an 11-point lead and 6 minutes left, free throws mean so much. Second one is up, and it's good. 12-point lead, 44-32, Elsberry over Winfield. Winfield has it on the perimeter. They're living and dying by that 3-point shot. Derek Taylor with the rebound. He wanted to throw it down the court, but wisely held up. Jake Reimel has it outside. Get the ball inside to Garrick Hill, and it won't fall. What does it take to get those baskets to go in? There's another foul on Jake Reimel. I believe that's his 4th. I said it last time that it was his fourth. I think I'm right this time. Winfield has the ball out on the perimeter. They get it in, and the ball is taken by Anthony. Let's see what they're going to call here. I guess they called a foul there, or a jump ball. I'm not sure which one they called. Anyway, Winfield has it out of bounds, and I thought he threw it right into Elsberry. Winfield has it, takes it underneath. 34 up there with the shot. That is Charlie Rhodes. Hold it, it can't be. I thought he fouled out. Yeah, it was Chase Rankin that fouled out, I guess. And in the meantime, Elsberry has the ball out on the perimeter. Derek Taylor gets it inside. And there we go. Garrick Hill forced his way in, got the 2 points and a foul. See if he can hit this free throw and make it a 13-point lead. Lucky 13-point lead. And that free throw did not fall in. Winfield forces it up, gets it back out of the perimeter. All right, Killingham takes it up, and it's no good. Rebound by Garrick Hill. He gets it out to Derek Taylor. He's taking his time getting across the half court. We got that ball into Jack St. Pierre. He gets it over to Garrick Hill. He goes up, but he wasn't fouled, but the ball did go off of Winfield. Stephen Bodecker comes out, and Joel Mound goes in. Derek Taylor will be throwing the ball in. He throws it into Garrick Hill. That was a blind pass, and it just fortunately went off a Winfield player, so Elsberry maintains control. 3 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in regulation. There he gets it into Hill again, and he takes it up, and that one goes in. Another 2 points in the paint. Winfield still keeping it out on the perimeter. Pretty good height advantage here for Elsberry, so Winfield just can't seem to get it in. That foul was on Jack St. Pierre. That's his first. And that first shot was no good, and Garrick Hill's up with the rebound. Derek Taylor has it. Winfield's backed off with their press. Pass broken up by Winfield and stays with Elsberry. St. Pierre takes it out. He gets it into Derek Taylor. Tried an inside pass to Trevor Anthony, and he is fouled. He's fouled by Brennan Wilson. Well, maybe it's Chase Rankin, his fourth. Meanwhile, at the line, Trevor Anthony. And it's no good. Not sure, again, what the free throw percentage is. I'm going to have to find out, but it's pretty low. Second one's up, and it is good. That takes the score to 49-34. 15-point lead for Elsberry with 3:10 remaining. 3-point shot by Winfield, and that's rebounded by Garrick Hill. Once again, Elsberry definitely has the height advantage in this game. Derek Taylor out on the perimeter. He gets it into Anthony, but they take it right back out again. Now Garrick Hill has it. He's going to drive in, and he can't get it to roll. Winfield comes up with it, and that ball is stolen, sort of. Ball went off about 19 people, but it's coming back to Elsberry. And here's a timeout called on. Let's take a break. Might be the final one. 2:35 remaining in the regulation.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Okay, here we are back for the final 2 minutes and 35 seconds of this ball game. Scores: Elsberry 49, Winfield 34. I still call this a rather uncomfortable lead. It's more comfortable than it was earlier. But it's still only 15 points, and anybody that knows basketball knows that a lot can happen in 2 minutes and 35 seconds. So the buzzer says, get your boys out here. So I believe it's going to be Elsberry's ball to throw in. They got the length of the court to go. Garrick Hill has it out of bounds, going to throw it in. Gets it in to Bodecker, who gets it into Joel Mound. He gets it back to Derek Taylor. There's Garrick Hill standing with it. He's going to drive to the basket. And he puts it up aggressively and gets fouled. Gets the 2 points and a foul. That's the kind of aggression they need to show throughout the game. Okay, that foul was on Charlie Rhodes, and that was his fifth that time. I thought it was the first time. I'm not really sure. I don't know. They showed somebody with 8 fouls. Here's Trevor Anthony coming out of the game, and Jake Reimel going in. Meanwhile, Garrick Hill is at the line for one shot. And it rims in and out, but Jake Reimel comes up with it. Takes it back out to the point for there's Garrett coming in over to Derek Taylor, and he puts it right in there. Winfield brings it down the court. They're having to speed it up just a little bit. They're running out of time. 3-point shot. Rims in and out. There's the rebound. Oh, that ball's knocked out of bounds. Joel Mound was trying to take a shot there. Ball knocked out by Winfield. "19-point lead by Winfield with 1 minute and 38 seconds remaining. Gets the ball in to Derek Taylor. He drives the baseline, gets it over to Joel Mound, and he takes it out to Reimel and then back out there. Just gonna play a little pitch and catch here. Stephen Bodecker with it on the outside, back out to Reimel. They're taking some time off the clock. And I believe Reimel got away with some traveling then, but in the meantime, Garrick Hill puts a couple of shots up and his second one fell. "21-point lead by Elsberry with 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining. I think I can start calling this a comfortable lead now. Elsberry's kind of turned it on a little bit in the last couple of minutes. Here's Winfield bringing it up the court pretty fast. One of the things Winfield has done good tonight is their three-point shots. There's a two-pointer. It's Chase Rankin. Bad pass by Elsberry. That was Cody Thornhill that tried to pass the full length of the court, and it just wasn't there for him. 41 seconds remaining. Bryant Reeves takes it back outside, and there's a good three-pointer by Chase Rankin. And the ball is stolen underneath by Winfield. And once again, a sloppy play by Winfield, and 16.4 seconds remaining in the game. Elsberry 55 and Winfield 39. And we can start looking ahead now. And I'll wait till the game is over and I'll look ahead to what's coming up next. Get the ball into Jack St. Pierre. They're just going to play it out, I think. Yep. They're just going to hold on to the ball. And that is the end of this ball game. Elsberry Indians victorious over the Winfield Warriors. Score of 55-39. Much like the rematch of last week's game, Winfield came out ahead. So let's see where that takes us in the bracket. Get these written down here. Puts Elsberry on the winning side and Winfield on the losing side. So Winfield will play the St. Louis Knights Thursday night at Thursday afternoon, I should say, at 3:30 p.m. Meanwhile, your Elsberry Indians are going to be playing Christian High School Thursday evening at 8 p.m. So that's when I will be back. Well, actually, I'll be back tomorrow afternoon for the girls' game. But for the boys' game, if that's what you're listening for, I will be back Thursday evening at 8 p.m. for the number 2 ranked Christian High School versus the number 3 ranked Elsberry High School. So, from Winfield High School, this is Kenny Masterson, and I am signing off for the Indian Sports Network. See you tomorrow night for the girls' game.